Brown 45. Brown 45. Hot, 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 hot.
You are listening to Any Given
Be ready at all
Sunday,
times, all times.
Australia.
Yes, hello and welcome to the Any Given Sunday Australia podcast, the number one podcast in this household, joined as always by our reliable TC24. Have we cracked the top ratings in your house again, mate?
What are we? 5 weeks running now, do I said?
Oh, I reckon it was 5 last week. Have we cracked it for 6?
There we go. We've got 6. 6 weeks at the top of the charts down here, mate.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. That's what I like to hear. We can keep Anna's crime stories to number 2.
Yeah. I might be getting the numbers up, playing it through her phone. I don't know. It's definitely not fudging the numbers. Don't worry.
You're doing exactly what I do. Play through the kids' iPads. It's perfect.
Play for every device in the house.
Nice. How are you, mate? Did you get to watch much football on the weekend?
Good, mate. Not a heap. I was away over the weekend, so I didn't get to watch a heap.
Yep.
Full disclosure.
Yes, no, that's all right. As long as you're across it, that's all that matters.
Kept across the scores, though. So.
Yeah. Nah, you got a good. Your team got a good win, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, my team did not. So,
and we'll touch on your team yet again.
Yeah. Yes, I know. So I am a little bit down because not only did we have a bad loss, I had a bad loss in punting. I put it on the socials yesterday. I was 3 yards away from a win, and then today I was 1 leg away, which is the Patriots getting over the line. If the Patriots win, I win again. So I'm getting good at missing by 1 leg.
1 leg. That's the story of our betting life, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. There's a segment that I need to get out of the way nice and early. Now, this is a segment that is going to help my Greenbay Packers get a little bit better. I put this on the socials the other day. We've got ourselves a number one fan in this house and a new coach. Come around here, buddy. Come right around the side. We saw him before. There we go. We got... What's your name, mate? Talk into the microphone.
Austin.
And how old are you?
7.
7. So we did do a little bit of practice. Who's your favourite team?
Greenbay.
Good boy. And who's your favourite player?
If you were playing, it would be you.
Yeah, I didn't tell him to say that, but that's a great... no, I didn't tell him. That was
didn't
all...
practice that one at all.
Nah, not at all. Do you think I'd be a wide receiver or a running back? Maybe a quarterback. Which one? You don't know, do you? Nah, maybe a big offensive lineman if I keep hitting the gym. Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
So, there was a couple of questions that we did have for you, but in true fashion, you don't work with kids. I've actually forgotten the questions. Do you remember some of the questions that we had? No, neither do I. That's perfect. That's really worked really well. Thanks, Timmy. Do you have any questions for him, Timmy? You can't hear, but I'll tell you.
What changes would you make, Austin? Do you think on the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball? What's going to snap the 3-game losing streak, do you reckon?
That was the question that I had for him. So Tim's asked, what do the Packers need to do to be better?
They need train.
Train, yeah, good call.
Train hard, that's good.
We need a bit of confidence. That's probably another
good.
Real good thing. Yeah, nice. Good question by you, Tim. Well done. And last question, because it is getting probably close to your bedtime, and Mum will get a bit angry at me. She will, won't she? What do you want to be when you grow up, mate?
A fireman.
A fireman. Why do you want to be one of those?
Because you are one.
And him, that man on the screen as well. He's a better fireman than me. So, but nah, beautiful. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Austin.
All right. He said, "See you later." Say bye to everyone on YouTube. Say hello.
Bye.
We're going to go watch this on YouTube later. All right, you go to bed now. Go out and see Mum. All right, so he wanted me to remind you that he actually helped me get this podcast started. We did a bit of practice in the early days, and he wanted to come on. And so as soon as his Aaron Rodgers jersey came, he was happy to come on.
Nice. He's been there from the start. Good boy.
Yeah, one of the actual followers that I do.
Just unfortunately, you've indoctrinated him into the Green Bay fold.
100%. I have. I've brainwashed him. He's a Packers man through
he's
and
indoctrinated.
through.
Yeah.
Although he's got no idea who the Packers are, and he only watches them when I watch them, so that's brilliant. Packer of the future. That's
how we all learn as kids, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. You've got no choice. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, exactly. It's decided for you.
Yeah. All right, so we have a new segment that I didn't tell you about, and it's about to become abundantly clear as to why. I do have a play like a music thing, but true to form, it played up just as you messaged me that you were coming down, and I didn't quite have it ready. So, right next week, because I'll be all over it. But it's called Questions Without Notice. So I'm going to throw it back to you, and it's only a couple of things, and it'll be about the week that's been, right?
Yeah.
No, this one, I know you said you haven't watched too much, so the questions, it's 3 questions, so don't stress.
Okay.
But it's just probably about the broader things that have happened in the sport.
Okay.
All right, so you might not have seen today's game because you're a hardworking man, but
I am.
Mac Jones got benched during the game to bring Bailey Zappi. So he started, brought Bailey Zappi back on after he was only 3 from 6 from like 13 yards, threw an interception. Bill Belichick said, Mac, you are off. Bailey Zappi back in. And to make it worse, Bailey Zappi, 4 plays, straight down, touchdown, and brought the Bills back into the game. What are your thoughts about Mac Jones being benched?
Ooh, okay. So this was his first game back from was it a high ankle?
High ankle sprain, yeah.
Did they say anything after the game if that was a factor?
Yeah, Bill Belichick did say it wasn't performance related, but geez, you just throw an interception and you get benched. It doesn't look great.
Doesn't look great. So Mac Jones is their future franchise quarterback. I can't remember. They got him. He was a high draft pick, I believe. I can't remember what.
Yeah, 13, I reckon, maybe 15.
Highish. So I think, yeah, he's a future franchise quarterback, but Bailey Zappi's been performing. If they've rushed Mac back and he's not performing, maybe they're protecting him from further harm, and he might understand that. So I think it's all right.
You're overthinking it. Mac's gone, mate. Bailey Zappi is the quarterback of the future. Do you know that? Okay. Yeah, the last time this happened?
Tom Brady, yeah.
Yeah, Drew Bledsoe went out. Tom Brady came in 6 rings later.
Bledsoe was proper injured, wasn't he?
Yeah, he got he was concussion back in the day. But he got up and stumbled into almost into the crowd. That's how bad he stumbled. But I don't know. They've set a trend. Don't trade him.
Yeah,
get rid of him. There's a couple of teams that need a quarterback. Trade him. Get rid of him now.
All right. Well, I'm sticking with they just protected him from further reputation damage that game.
Nah, soft. I don't like it. I want a bit more controversy in these quick fire questions. Next one. Right. Christian McCaffrey moves to the 49ers. Does that make them favourites?
No.
Quick. Nice. I like it. Why not? Because obviously they lost. But that is a huge move for them, though, surely.
Yeah, huge move. And, they've got just strengthening their stock of weapons with, Samuel Hinn. But we keep saying, until Philly, the Jet, we still got the Jets, the Bills, the Chiefs.
I think the Jets that's awesome.
Mate, the Jets are going well. I mean,
I said
the Giants.
They really are.
Didn't I say the Giants?
No, you said the Jets, John. You said both. Both New York teams are flying. So
going well, but even the Vikings, I think, are going really well and under the radar too. So
yeah, definitely.
It definitely strengthens their stocks, but they're not favourite.
Nah, fair enough. And
Sorry,
lucky
Jackie.
last, it just talks about what you just said. Could we have 3 teams from the NFC East make it to the playoffs? We've got Philly at 6-0. We've got the Giants at 6-1 after this week, with Philly obviously having the bye, and we got Dallas at 5-2. The other 3 divisions. So Vikings the Packers are dead, so the Vikings will probably comfortably win that one. The NFC South is an absolute rebel. So they'll only have 1 that goes through. And then the NFC West, they're all eating each other. So currently Geno Smith is leading at 4-3. So could we have 3 teams from the NFC East make the playoffs?
Yeah, I think we talked about this during our Nuffy segment on the scheduling, if it was mathematically possible. And it is. So yeah, I'd love to see it.
Stop talking mathematics and sense and stuff like that. Just give me some hard... yes, they're going to make it. I'm going to walk on the floor.
Yeah, I said yes.
Good. That means your team doesn't make it either.
Oh, that's already out of the question, out of the equation.
Although your division keeps, they are AFC, I will put that out. They are eating themselves as well, besides Patrick
Eating
Mahomes
themselves a little bit,
does.
but still.
You're ahead of Russell Wilson, if that makes you feel better.
Oh, it makes me feel great, but it's going to take a bit of a miracle for us to scrape in on a wild card, I think. But
yeah,
wouldn't that be wild? 3 teams from the one division.
Mm.
I'd love to see it.
No one would have predicted that at the start of the year.
No, not NFC East.
No,
at least. Like, probably, I think we were talking about the AFC West as like,
exactly.
Probably a chance for three to come from this division.
That was when Russell Wilson was an absolute beast. Justin Herbert wasn't getting beaten by Seattle at home, and Devontae Adams.
The Raiders got Devontae.
Was going to be the next big thing. All 3 of those stuff. Yeah. So.
Well, we were smart. We were smart back then.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hindsight's 50-50, mate.
Yeah.
I do have to give one more mention. So that's our questions without notice. So well done to you. I hope to have those every week as long as I'm on top of it. I reckon you'll actually like the intro that I so. A bad beat. One of our boys today. He lost $2.5 grand. It wasn't a netball. It was a basketball multi. I said I'd give him a shout out. He lost $2.5 grand by, I can't remember the Celtics player, but he was 1 point short. 1 point short. $2.5 grand from $10. It was an epic ride, but yeah.
And that was all he needed.
Burn. 1 point. So it was 21. Maybe Jaylen Brown. He needed 21, and he got 20. It was it hurt.
And was he getting the rock towards the end of the game?
Nah, they got blown away. So with 4.5 minutes left, they benched their whole starting side.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. But stiff to be him. You have suggested in our pre-game intro meeting that we have another little... We're getting segments left, right and centre now. Another segment with another intro. What did you want to call it? TMax injury report or something?
Yeah.
And just give me a tune. What kind of tune do you want?
That's with the production team still. We're working on it.
I'm the production team, so you better tell me.
We've got a few ideas.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, the first story kind of comes with an injury report, so we'll talk about TMax injury report, just quickly get through them. But the Jets have agreed to trade for Jaguars running back James Robinson because their rookie running back who has lit the world on fire, Breece Hall. He's gone down with a season-ending knee injury, which is a bit of a shame. He tore the Packers up last week. So he's gone down with the knee.
He did.
Knee seizing. He's one of your boys. He's a knee Brazil.
He's ACL. Was ACL confirmed today?
Yeah. So they've traded. I think it was only a 6th
so.
round pick. A conditional 6th round. So it could become a 5th round if Robinson rushes for 600 yards this season, which he's already at 340. So it must combine.
Oh, do you think, or is it from his time at?
Maybe
I suppose that would make sense if it's.
Rushed.
No, yeah, it would make sense if it's for the season. Then, yeah.
Yeah. The next one, so we're nice and quick through these ones. Seahawks are pretty happy. DK Metcalf will not require knee surgery, I believe. He just had a patella tendon injury. I think he either went out early or didn't even suit up for the game. So that's good news.
He did it in the first quarter.
Did early? Yep. Okay, beauty.
Yep.
So, but it looks like he won't miss too much by the sounds of it. Early reports he should be back soon.
Yeah, he doesn't need surgery. It's just unsure if he'll be back this week or how the management will be.
I wonder when they have a
old injury.
Yeah, I wonder when they have a bye. That might come into play.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, a couple more quick ones. Giants' big tight end. He's out indefinitely. So, poor bugger. He's out in fracture ice. The Jets guard, Vera Tucker, he's out for the season with a tricep injury that he got this week. The Browns tight end, David Njoku, he got a high ankle sprain. They are left, right and centre, these high ankle sprains. So he'll be out.
Common, these ankle sprains?
Yeah, haven't put him on the IR because of that 2 to 5 range. So he's still possible in the next couple of weeks. But being a tight end, I got a lot more movement in the tight end these days, so I reckon it'll be leaning towards a 5-weeker. Mike Williams, wide receiver from the Chargers, he's out with another high ankle as well. There's 3 this week, I think. Dolphins safety Brandon Jones, he's going on IR with a knee injury. And that's it. That's what I have for the other major ones. I'm sure there's a few more. There's a couple of concussions out there, which they'll be sorted out during the week. But that is TMax injury report done. Ugh. Can you say something?
St. Brown, he got concussed this week.
Oh, there's one of them. Yeah. So, but they go into protocols, and then usually by Wednesday we should know whether they're going to play.
He's already been ruled out for next week.
Yeah, righto. Thanks. Lucky you're on.
No worries.
So
he's in my fantasy.
Oh, smart by you. Smart. I reckon I've got Njoku in one of them, so I probably should look at that. Yes. And Mike Williams, actually.
Yes.
That's bad for the Chargers. They've been lacking options, and he's probably been their main option.
Decimated.
Yeah, it's a shame. The Packers are losing, so that makes me flat. And then I love Justin Herbert. Now he's losing, so that makes me more flat. This is bullshit.
A man crush.
It's not
a little TMax man crush.
I'm going to have to jump on someone who's good, like maybe Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. Maybe I'll jump on their train. I can't jump on Josh Allen because they got the Packers this week. This is not ideal. Which I did see, which kind of ruins the... It might change by then, but the Packers, we have a 10.5-point spread, which is the first time in Aaron Rodgers' career that he's been underdog by 10.5. Did you know?
Because it's at home in Buffalo, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is.
Whoa. You boys, I called it last week. As soon as Wentz was out, I called it.
We will beat them. We're not meant to win.
You reckon?
We'll win. We're not meant to.
No, I don't think. I think you'll get smashed.
Or we'll win against the spread. Still a win, isn't it? All right, we've got a couple of stories to push through. The Colts have benched their big money quarterback, Matt Ryan, and they're going to start Sam Ehlinger. Is that how you would say? They've said the rest of the season, which is interesting. Yeah, pretty sure, aren't they? Well, Tennessee's probably leading it, actually. Let's not.
What's that? You break up a bit.
I said that they'd be up there in the actual, even though they're 3-3-1.
Tennessee are on top. Yeah, Tennessee are on top 4-2, and the Colts are 3-3-1.
So they're already half a game behind, really. But yeah, Sam Ehlinger for the rest of the season. But he has suffered a couple of injuries, Matt Ryan. So I wonder which.
Well, he just keeps getting smashed every week.
Oh,
the O-line
so.
O-line is just as leaky as a sieve, so he's just getting there.
Nice, I like that.
Smacked around, but he's leading. Yeah. He's leading the league in. Oh, he's either leading or second, coming second for interceptions and fumbles. So
yeah, wasn't it like 9 and 11 or 11 and 9 or one way or the other?
Nine interceptions from 7 games, and I think 11 fumbles with 3 lost. Like not recovered balls.
Non-recovered, yeah, shit.
Non-recovered.
So he's getting smashed like pillar to post, and then he's having trouble holding the ball, which doesn't bode well as an NFL quarterback.
Probably because he's getting smashed, it makes ball security tricky. Yeah.
All right, our last story. Have you seen? I didn't actually know about this until I read the news that there's an NFL ref. There might even be 2 that are being looked into for apparently seeking Mike Evans from the Bucs an autograph from him after the game in the tunnel. There's a video.
In the tunnel.
Video I'm watching it now.
Yeah, it was caught on video. So
one of them. Oh, okay, there was 2 there, but one of them was just getting a pen off the other one.
Yeah,
what's he getting him to sign?
I'm not sure what he got him to sign.
He's getting an autograph.
Yeah, so it's a no-no because the NFL don't want it to look bad. To look, like the judges, the refs have got partiality one way or the other. So exactly. Officials and referees or whatever, they can approach a team officially to ask for memorabilia or signatures or autographs or things like that, but not supposed to do it how they did it in the tunnel after the game. There,
after the game,
meant to be through proper channels and everything like that. So they might be getting a bit of a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, but
An interesting decision too. After you've just got thumped. What they 21-3, I think.
Yeah, and really struggling to offensively.
Yeah,
so it's not as if you can say that the refs were biased and then they used that against them because they didn't. They lost.
Well, they didn't favour them, but it's not a good look. I think it's not a look that NFL want to encourage.
Nah, that's fair. That's fair. That is the news that we have, mate. We've got through it pretty quickly, considering how much we actually had. And a couple of little segments that we've added on. So over to you, so that we can quickly go through this week's scores. Although there's only a couple of games that we want to talk about.
That's true, but we'll whip through the round 7 review here because your internet is battling a little bit. Your connection's not great, so we'll try and zip through this.
As long as
we go back to Thursday night, Friday our time. The Cardinals at home got it done against the Saints, 42-34.
We finally had a Thursday night game with some score.
High scoring game, 25 points the Cardinals put on in the second quarter.
Yeah. That was two pick sixes right at the end of the half as well.
Oh, okay, was it? Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
There you go.
I reckon it was within 6. Obviously, you don't want that. But it probably actually looks... So you take away those 2 pick sixes and the Saints win.
Yeah.
So
true.
It probably looks a lot better for the Cards than what it was. But still, it's a win, and that's good for them moving forward.
Yeah, they need to get more wins on the board. They moved to a 3-4 record, so they need to get the skates on a little bit. All right, moving into our Sunday slate of games. The Bagels got it done at home against the Falcons, 35-17. Joey Burrow has balled out. Big Joey's gone for 481 yards and 3 touchdowns. Damn.
Wow. I reckon he had 300 plus at halftime, so he's just kind of cruised the second half.
I think it was 380 odd at halftime.
So he really cruised in the second half. When you're
Which
up,
is just ridiculous.
he was cruised. Oh, it was 28-17. So, and then the first score in the second half. So, yeah, that is a big day for Joey Burr.
Burr. Bagels moved to a 4-3 record. Just
Nice.
chugging along there, going okay.
That's it. And they were struggling early, so that'd be. Were they 1-3? So that might be 3 in a row for them. Just getting the wheels rolling and getting back into last season kind of momentum.
Yeah, no, you might be right. The Cowboys at home rolled the Lions 24-6. A little bit of a touch up there by the Cowboys with Dak. Yeah. Dak was back. I think he was serviceable. I don't think he dominated.
Nah, he was definitely a little bit rusty early. Zeke went out with, I think, a bit of a strain in the knee. He's not injured, but just a little bit of an injury. But it won't be long term, if anything. But he did all he needed to do. A bit rusty, but stayed clean and got the job done. So I think
he's gone for 207 yards, 19-25 conversions.
Perfect.
Not bad.
The only really good thing, besides for them, they obviously won, but they kept the Lions at 1-5, which keeps the Packers off last in the NFC.
Oh, so there you go. You're a happy boy.
And we were so bullish on the Lions early, but now they just stalled. They can't seem to score.
Yeah, I know, we were. And they were, even in those first early losses, they were still scoring very heavily.
Yeah.
It's all just dried up now.
Kind of shit, really.
Yeah, probably, if we're being honest.
Yeah, we are.
All right, the Titans flexed a bit of muscle against the Colts. Titans at home got it done 19-10. Matty Ryan, as we said, did he get benched? No, he played out the game, but they said he's got a separated shoulder.
Yeah, which happens when he gets battered.
Yeah. So he went for 243 yards, but then Derrick Henry's had 30 carries for 128 yards for Tennessee. He's just a beast.
He is getting back to his kind of form that he needs to.
Yeah, exactly. If the Titans are gonna keep winning, he needs to be performing, chucking up big numbers like that. Hey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it is worrying for the Colts. Sorry, just a quick one. Worrying for the Colts because they realistic. Like, I know that he was injured, but Taylor only had 10 carries. Like, yeah, like you've got an absolute beast in the backfield. You're not feeding him.
Also, Taylor was back.
He played, yeah. And he had 10
Well,
carries,
they throw the ball so much with Matty Ryan.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
even with the terrible pass protection that he's getting.
yeah, he's still throwing the ball 44 times. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Well,
Sort
maybe
of
we'll
shit,
see Taylor getting more carries now that they've
That's
benched
it.
Matty.
Yeah, that's a very valid point by you.
Get back to the running game bit. All right, huge game here. Huge game. We were all a bit excited about this. We were excited to see the reaction.
100%.
See how you were
The
going
Panthers knocking off the Buccaneers is a huge.
see how you were going to front up.
yeah.
And to be fair, you've got a smile on your face. You're still repping the merch.
Yeah.
So the Commanders at home, minus their starting quarterback Carson Wentz. So they had Heineke. Is he? Well, I guess he's the second stringer. Got it done against who are these guys? The Greenbay Packers.
Greenbay.
That's been new.
They are.
23 to 21.
2 years or something like that, but they're pretty new.
23 to 21, mate. So that's your third loss in a row.
In a row. So I did say that I like Taylor Heineke. And again, he just did what he didn't try and outside of his wheelhouse. He did have a couple of really good throws. The touchdown to McLaurin was beautiful, like really delicious ball on a platter kind of shit. And I don't know, but we even had a pick six. So realistically, our offense only scored 14 points. Like we just seem to be
struggling
terrible on both sides of the ball at the moment, which I don't know what's going on. We just kind of maybe we just need to, I don't know, pull our head out of our ass a little bit. Like we think we are the Packers and we should be winning these games. Like that's 3 games realistically. I know the Giants and the Jets, everyone's saying maybe they are better than what we're giving them credit for, but are we making them better than what they are? Like, I don't know. It was terrible. I was lucky. I got up to watch it, but couldn't find it on the TV, so I got to go back to bed because it was 4 in the morning.
Okay. Well, how long do you think?
Well, and again, it was 14 to 3. Like,
how long do you think the excuse of the inexperienced, wide receiver group? How long is that going to hold up for?
Well, it's week 7, so we got till week 18. We could probably still use it.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It's very valid. And we have been battered a little bit, especially out wide receiver. We had our two most experienced wide receivers with Cobb and Watkins going down, which definitely doesn't help. It puts a lot on our boy Alan Hazard. But you're right. Like Watson's been injured the last few weeks. Romeo Dubs just. He started off really well, but he's kind of been a bit shaky the last few weeks. So, yeah, I don't know. I think our bye's late, but we could probably use it this week instead of heading up to Buffalo where it's going to be freezing. But you never know. You never know. We've still got 11 games to try and turn it around. 10 games.
But just again, just because we'll touch on the Packers a bit more because you're obviously close to your heart. But Jones and Dillon have only rushed for 38 yards. Like the games where it looks like you guys have been, any sort of danger offensively, they've been running the ball and running the ball with purpose. Like Jones had 2 receiving touchdowns and had 53 yards, which that's okay. But you need but you want to supplement that with his running game.
Yeah, 100%. Is that noise in yours or mine?
Yeah, that was a little pop-up had on mine. But yeah, I think you need to be supplementing that with he's only had 8 carries. AJ Dillon 4 carries. That's just
especially I don't think we didn't have a third. We didn't complete a third down. Like when you can't complete a third down, like you're not going to get those kind of carries that we need. So, but you're right. We're 3-4 in the 3 games we won. Aaron Jones touched the ball a lot more, and he gets his 50. We had 160 combined yards against the Bears, and we trounced them. It is very disappointing, but I do still hold the faith that we can turn it around and maybe make a late push for the playoffs. We might be able to sneak in, but if we keep playing the way we are, we don't deserve to be there.
No, you don't.
I'm a realist.
I love the positivity though. I love the positive attitude. We'll see.
You got to have.
We'll see how it is this week after the Bills, but.
Might be crying. I might actually. Long weekend. Maybe I'm not here Tuesday. I'm going away.
Keeping the chin up.
Nice.
Big surprise for this week. The Panthers at home smashed the Bucks 21-3.
Yeah.
We'd written off the Panthers pretty much as soon as we saw McCaffrey go. We're like, oh no, they're getting rid of everyone. They're going to be playing for picks, but not the case. And they've come.
Well, they're not helping that. They're not helping that case by.
Well, they're not helping themselves if they are playing for picks. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly right. But it's bloody good for morale. 21-3 over. Brady still threw for 290, but you probably don't want him having 49 throws. He does. He's always been a higher passer, quarterback, but it's obviously it's not working. To only have one field goal, and to his credit, he did have one. I saw deep. Mike Evans wide open and could have moonwalked into the end zone and dropped it. Mike Evans doesn't do that, so they must be just lacking a lot of confidence and stuff there as well. Very similar to the Packers, but they're the same kind of team that can turn it around. I think they're still actually leading their division, so
they actually aren't. So which is wild because their division's cooked and eating itself, I think, as you said. But they're sitting on top with the Falcons second, Panthers and the Saints, who are both struggling a bit. So yeah, they're every chance to turn it around a little bit, still win their division, and then you probably don't want to be facing them come playoffs.
Even if they limp into the playoffs, who wants to face Brady, and they might be able to just turn it on and go for a run.
Right. So, still a danger, which is just the luck of the division there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next game, we had the Jags at home. They went down to the rampaging Giants, 23-17. Giants improved to 6-1 record.
I think we both picked this one. I'm pretty sure.
Definitely. Yeah. Did you? You didn't. I will have it on Thursday.
No, I will have it on Thursday. We might even have a little graphic of how we actually went.
Okay, that would probably be better in the review. Episode.
Some of us work, but that's fine.
Oh, okay. Next game, we had the Ravens. Ravens were at home to the Browns. They got up 23-20 in a pretty close one there.
Yeah, we always said it was going to be close. Browns got off to a fast start, but Lamar just getting what he needed to do done to get the win.
Lamar doing just enough Lamar things.
Yeah. Actually, back to that Giants and Jags game. Sorry. There was. I was meant to bring it up. There was the Jags had a drive late, and I reckon it was with 14 seconds to go. They pretty much ended up being the last play. Lawrence hit, I reckon, Christian Kirk, and he was stopped by the Giants defense on the 1 yard line. It was elite defense to win the game by them. So they are getting it done on both sides of the ball. The Giants. I don't think they're not mistakenly 6-1.
No, you hear people say, "Oh, they've been lucky," but I mean,
some big plays by some young players, and 6-1. Who cares? You can be lucky all you want.
Yeah, keep it coming. Our next game, where the Broncos went down at home to the Jets, 16-9. Jets moved to 5-2. Obviously, this was the game where Brees unfortunately did his ACL.
Yeah.
He still had 72 yards from 4 carries and a touchdown. Yes, unfortunately, he's done for the season now. So it'd be interesting to see how much that hurts the Jets offensively, because he's been such a big weapon for them these first 7 games. Yeah,
well, that's it. They've gone out and got, was it Robinson? From the Jags? So
Robinson. But yeah, it'd just be interesting to see how they can adapt to life without Brees.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's got to get out there and get himself right for next year, because it can be hard coming back from an ACL, as you know.
Yes, it can be.
Wilson didn't play. I reckon he had, was it ribs or a shoulder injury or something? But yeah, they're just going.
Wasn't it talk of a hamstring last week?
Hamstring. He was day by day with a hamstring. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Could be anything with him. Who knows? But yeah, they're just going backwards. The Broncos. I think maybe they're playing for picks.
They need some picks to get a quarterback. $250 million man isn't getting it done.
Nah, fire him. Get rid of him. He's shit now. Anyway.
Next one, very exciting game. The Raiders were at home to the Texans. They got it done 38-20. Pardon me. Jacobs for the Raiders.
Your boy.
Joshy Jacobs got it done. 143 yards, 3 tuds. Value of that helmet behind me has just gone up a little bit, which is nice.
Through the roof. And you might say 21 points in the last quarter. Would you say they came home with a wet sail?
Well, you'd say that sail's a little bit moist.
It's moist, yeah. Because they were down at three-quarter time. 20 to 17. And then come
17,
home.
yep.
21 points.
You got there.
Yeah. I was doing the math.
27. Yeah, Devontae's had a decent game. He had what is that? Where did he go? I lost him. 95 yards.
95 yards, yeah.
95
I
yards.
reckon he was 8 from 9 too, so very economical. And look, he hasn't had too many bad games. He hasn't got on the scoreboard every game, but he's definitely been putting up yards most games.
Yeah, that's right. And
except for the one that I had him to put up yards.
Yeah, but the absolute weapon that he is, he's got the potential to put big scores on. So that's the Raiders start to click, and he starts putting a few more touchdowns on the scoreboard. Things could be turning for my boys.
Just you're the same as us. They've still got lots of time left in this season.
We'll see. There's plenty of season left.
Get some wins on the board. That might help. Yeah,
that always helps.
Yeah.
The Chargers at home got absolutely rolled by the Seahawks, who are just still rampaging on offense, 37-23, in probably, I suppose, a bit of a surprise. Everyone thought the Chargers, maybe were turning the corner a little bit. They're still 4-3.
Yeah.
But they're starting to cop, you touched on earlier, they're starting to get pretty hammered by injuries now.
Yeah.
Makes things pretty tricky.
Yeah, and they're just no, you're right, definitely a surprise. No one picked the Seahawks to come in there and win, but just not looking very convincing either. Your man, all right.
My man,
mate,
Gino.
Would you rather Gino and the Seahawks? How happy are they at the moment going, you know what, Russell Wilson can go burn down Denver. We are sitting pretty with our man Gino, who I reckon he's probably top 5 quarterback at the moment. He's just found his spot. He's playing in a system that it's suiting him well, and they're getting the job done. They're a very high-power offense. And 2 or 3 weeks ago, they were the worst-performing defense. They've kept Justin Herbert 23 points.
That's what I was just going to say. Their defense is catching up a little bit to the offense. I agree with everything you said about Gino and the offense there. They'd be very happy just seeing how well Russell and the Broncos are going. And, their man Gino just putting up these great numbers week after week.
He's doing it with it's like a bit of a plug and place kind of team. Who knew Kenneth Walker III? And he's turned around and 23 carries for 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think it was it's Goodwin or something like that. He had 2 touchdowns. He's just doing it with the pieces. Not very big names, but they're getting around each other and playing some good football at the moment.
I think I saw a stat. Walker was the first rookie second rookie in franchise history at the Seahawks to have, I think it was over 100 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, or maybe over 150 running yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, right.
So he was only the second one in franchise history to achieve that. So
things looking good for the
pretty
Hawks.
awesome. Pretty awesome effort, yeah. Exactly. Good for the future.
Yeah.
The 49ers went down at home to the Chiefs, 44-23. Pat Mahomes just doing Pat Mahomes things for 423 yards and 3 touchdowns. But then I think Juju had big numbers, didn't he? Sorry, I'm just trying to get it up.
Juju had 127 receptions, 124 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Valdez-Scantling had over 100 yards. Travis Kelce went for 98. It was funny, National Tight Ends Day that day as well. And Kelce, Kittle both had 6 receptions or 8 receptions for 98. They both had exactly the same. Surely couldn't be separated, those two. But, 100%. I think this is they've gone into 49ers, into San Fran, against the number 1 rated defense, which only led up, I think it was 61 points for the year before that, and they've put 44 on them. Win. Big win for the Chiefs.
And what's impressive too, they've got 3 receiving touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns. So they're I think, I'm not sure if we said it before, but so many weapons, and they keep using them
all of them. Yeah.
Using all of them. So it just makes it hard for a defense to, you can lock maybe 1 or 2 down, but then Mahomes will just go other avenues, and they've just got so many weapons there that they can carve you up and put points on the board. So, and it just shows there, against what you said, were they the number 1 ranked D?
49ers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they put 44 on them. And they would look like in the last second half, especially, they were doing it with so much ease. Like,
Yeah.
I
Bit
know
of-
they
bit of
are a bit
coaching.
banged up, the 49ers, but maybe a little bit of worrying signs to see. But you are playing Patrick Mahomes. He is an absolute beast, and he's on the AFC. You're in the NFC, so you don't have to stress too much about it until the
Yeah.
Super
Well, and
Bowl.
we
if
should
you
say
see them there.
McCaffrey too. McCaffrey had 8 carries for 38 yards in his first game for the 49ers.
With-
So
off the
you know,
back of probably one training session. So
Exactly,
it is a
not
start.
a bad-
it is a start for them.
not a bad debut in a new program. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
of a short turnaround. So
But I look forward to the Chiefs versus the Bills in the AFC Championship because those two are just lights ahead of everyone at the moment.
lights ahead, mate. Our final of the Sunday games, the Dolphins at home got over the top of the Steelers, 16-10. Tua was back. Had a pretty good game, 261 yards, a touchdown. He also rushed for.
Yeah.
What did he rush for? Oh, he's only rushed for 15, but I think they were clutch sort of
Yeah, there was
third
a
down,
couple
third and eight
third
sort of
and eights and
situations
stuff.
that he just had to go for it.
Lowered his head in a couple of them too. Like really
Yeah,
just
didn't-
hit the body.
Didn't slide. Yeah, it didn't
Nah.
go down. He actually he ran through people. So
Yeah.
apparently there was a few people, the internet experts that weren't happy with it, but he's going to do what he's going to do, isn't he?
He only knows one way to play, so I think it's good to see for him, and we both said we want to see him back out there and playing the way he did. And he started off with the house on fire.
Yeah.
But it might not look great. It was 10-16 at half time, and it only been up 10-16. But the second half was a real grind. And the Steelers, they had a chance to actually win it. They were charging down late, in a 2-minute drill late, and it was a toe-tapping interception in the end zone. I can't quite see who it was, but by the Dolphins to seal their win. So they got the W and they had a bit of a lean patch. So, but good signs for the Steelers. Kenny Pickett played pretty well.
Kenny
still.
Pickett went for 3 interceptions, unfortunately.
One of them, 2 of them were probably bad, and one of them was a bit of a had to go for it kind of thing. So the last one wasn't great. He was rushing. He could have got the first down. It doesn't look great. But yeah, still a lot of good signs for the Steelers. You're never happy with a loss, but things going forward, you get a lot out of it.
Yeah, and the Dolphins naturally they just look better with Tua.
So much better.
A lot more settled, yeah.
Although they
and
cost
then
me a multi.
into today's game, another surprise. So the Patriots at home went down 14-33 against the Bears. Definitely a bit of a surprise there, I reckon. Like all the money would have been with the Patriots at home for sure. The Bears haven't been doing much.
You are 100%. It was I don't know how they get this, but the odds percentage-wise at the start of the game, Patriots were 82% chance of winning. I don't know how they get that, but that's the percentage that I saw. 18-82. It's nearly a foregone conclusion. 8.5 line. And yeah, the Bears just wanted it more. They come out hot. Patriots got back into it, which I think is a good sign for the Bears. The Patriots were up 14-10, and then they put on 23 points straight. So good signs for Fields. Like he rushed for 82 as well. I think he threw for about 170 odd because I had him under 200. I had him under 200, so that was getting
I was getting a bit nervous then.
Yeah, he was carving him up. So good signs for the Bears. Good win, and it keeps them still in the hunt because, like the Packers they're both 3-4, so a few more wins and they could, just sneak themselves in as long as the NFC East maybe explode a little bit.
Yeah,
we need that.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's our slate done.
Yeah, so that's week 7 finished. Sorry.
Nice,
yeah.
nice. We are into another. I think there's a couple of really big games. Obviously, the Packers are on Sunday night. That's a huge game for us. We will go in and we will win, and they'll throw dildos everywhere, but they can do that because we're going to win, so I don't care. But there's two teams on a bye, so back to a 15-game slate this week.
Kansas City and the Chargers with the bye. Yep.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. Obviously on Thursday, during the day on Thursday. Yeah, we will be back live on
game
YouTube.
in London too.
Is there? Who's that?
Yeah, Denver and the Jags.
Oh,
Mm.
interesting. Might be good for the Denver Broncos to get away. Bit of regroup, you know, get around each other, a bit of self-love.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need
a bit of extra time on an aeroplane. What couldn't hurt?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's good for sore hamstrings, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, mate. That is us done and dusted. I'm going to keep the good vibes going for the Packers because I think we need every bit of good vibes that we can get.
Yes.
Yeah, all right, you make sure that you get out and do some of your mandatory 4 hours of study over the next couple of days, mate.
I'll be sure to, mate. It's in the contract. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, good. Love your work. Thanks for getting on here tonight, mate, and I'll see you on Thursday.
No worries, Macca. See you, fam.
Go the Packers. Yes.